Hello Capricorn, happy new moon in Aries and happy April 2019. Okay, I'm gonna be tapping in, just clearing the mind so I can pull some cards for you. I usually like to pull the cards already. I'm just shuffling without talking. And just laying it out. Ooh, you got the Magician. Someone else got the Magician as the main first card. I'm trying to remember who that is. But if you have, of course this is for Capricorn birth sign, but if your Capricorn, let me just make sure that this mic is in. Okay. If your Capricorn is, in rising sign, north node, or moon, it's good to watch that as well. Okay, so please click like, subscribe, share. Yeah, all right, let's see. For Capricorn, this new moon, happy new moon, you have the Fortune in Capricorn, 11 degrees 42 minutes. You have Pluto, the underworld, all about the underworld, all about death, the process of that. And you have Saturn, okay, as well. All right, and I'm trying to think where my paper is for the new moon, if I actually wrote it down in this book. And I think my new moon, I don't know where my new moon paper is, but watch the video on the new moon for more information. But being pretty much, for some of you, in the first house, leadership, which is Aries house, and then being in the 12th house, Pisces, more psychic, intuition, stuff like that, you'll see yourself experiencing these different first house and 12th house issues around the new moon time, 3 days before the new moon, 3 days after the new moon. Okay, so three days before the new moon, or any big moon cycle, full moon, new moon, the day of the new moon, and 3 days after the new moon. That whole process is very powerful. All right, and just seeing what that entails for you. All right, so let's go into what's going on the cards for you. So you have the Magician, and the challenge is the Page of Cups. Okay, remind me as I drink my water. And it's all about relearning again what it is that you feel so confident about. It's always good to keep studying what you are passionate about. Always have that study, okay? Very important to continue that communication, that process of study. And you're going to be losing a lot of friends and people, especially when you start to understand things and moving forward, okay? Also, the past was about recognizing that a lot of things you're doing is not of your choice necessarily. Maybe it's more like group thinking, people you're around, and then realizing that a lot of your thoughts might not be healthy, or something that you're doing, the way you communicate with yourself, people, and really trying to move towards more of the Venus type energy when it comes to money and fighting for yourself, what you're passionate about. Venus is the female, and it has a symbol of Venus here on the card of the Empress card, okay? It's the energy of beauty and love and attraction, but it fights for everything it has, but it's in a feminine way, and it's in a feminine way, okay? And you can do that in the most highest way, where you are not, accumulating bad karma or just on a bad frequency, but how in a positive way can you get what you want in a feminine essence, okay? Whether you're male or female. right? There's a feminine way of doing things more than a masculine way, okay? And what you should keep at the top of your mind, you're really feeling your Ace of Cups, that the goal that you have and why you have that goal, and the need to feel that security of what it is that you want for your life. So what are you manifesting as the Magician? And how can your emotions help you learn how to move towards what it is that you really want? You know, maybe you need someone that's more attentive to you, to your needs. And that's really a good thing to try to incorporate in your life. Okay, we have the Three of Wands, we have Nine of Swords, the Hermit, we have reversed the Strength card, and then we have Ten of Cups. So it's maybe moving out on your own or moving far away, maybe thinking of plans to change something in your life to make it better, where you're not that stressed out anymore, where you can actually have time to think and study, if studying is what you want to do, making your life better if that's what you want to do. You know, something needs to change, and maybe just believing in yourself, having more confidence, so you can move from the Eight of Cups to the Hierophant. So there's a lot of process that has to happen, and sometimes it's a relationship ending that's not serving you, or it's changing your mind, but something has to fall apart to welcoming the new. And just be careful of who you hurt along the way. You don't have to necessarily end things like a relationship in a bad way, you know, or maybe it's not the relationship that needs to end, maybe it's the way you're thinking, or, you know, maybe it does. So you have to just think clearly. Now, with the Strength reverse, it could be not having the right person around you to help guide you. It could be not feeling your own strength to do something. So, you know, it's working through that, and also maybe not going off on your own to do something, but working together in a group until you can grow and get to where you want to go. So sometimes we want to just do this one thing, and sometimes people can do it by themselves, but sometimes there's other things that we can learn and skills we can pick up that will better help us in the future. So the main message is really knowing when you don't have that type of courage yet, you haven't developed that type of one skill yet, or those people are not in your life yet, but they will be if you work as a team and kind of get into a group or get into a society or something like that, where you can get more knowledge, more help, so that you can go after what it is that you want. Okay, now I picked from the Money and the Law of Attractions deck, and I pick one card as a collective for all 12 signs. And then after this, after I read this card out, we will look at the Psychic Tarot for the heart, and I'll pick a card for you guys, because I feel like April is spring, and what grows things but love. You know, I wish I said that in all the other videos, but spring is really about love too, because in order for something to be birth again, there has to be that energy, that frequency of love, where something can be created again. At the core of it, that is what it is. It's love. It's love on another level, operating in a different way, but it is, you know. So number 42 breaks down to 6 in numerology, and I'll get to that later. So this card is talking about what's going on right now in your life does not dictate what you're becoming. Okay, because we can all change our minds from the way we were raised to think, our community, whatever. If it's something that's not healthy and it's blaming or anger or anything like that, we can change and become who we want to be and still be authentic to ourselves and just being happier and healthier, right? And we can see things for what it really is, call it out, but also making sure that that's not the soundtrack to our life. We have to regain something that we feel that we don't have, or we could incorporate to make our lives better. So my what is need not influence my what is becoming. My what is need not influence my what is becoming. What is has no bearing on what is coming unless you are continually regurgitating the story of what is. By thinking and speaking more of how you really want your life to be, you allow what you are currently living to be the jumping off place for so much more. But if you speak predominantly of what is, then you still jump off, but you jump off into more of the same. And you don't want the more of the same of what you're realizing that, hey, I really don't want any more of this. You want to say, okay, how can I become a better version? How can I switch this? How can I be the magician, right? And you can just turn anything into something else that you desire. Now that 42 is 6, and 6 in numerology means harmony, home, family, having that connection of balance and love and harmony. And the life path number is unconditional love. Okay, the life path number is feeling connected, but having unconditional love for yourself and having empathy for yourself and for others, so that you are truly practicing unconditional love because you see yourself in everyone, because you realize, hey, if that happened to me, that wouldn't be cool, right? So someone suffering shouldn't make you better. You should be making yourself better by your own hands and feet, making things happen for you, right? Not off of someone else's. Okay, a struggle, right? So let's look at this. Okay, and then for African numerology, 6 means opening a door, right? You first have to go through this step or this process or this understanding before you can evolve and elevate to others. Excuse me. And you think of home, like I was saying, with numerology, a home has a door, it has an entrance. So it's the pathways, the opening to whatever else that needs to occur, okay? So let's bring in the love and see, what aspect of love can you focus on? And we have healing. Look at that. It's like the what is can feel like chains, right? And this one has chains on it, if you can see the photo. And it says healing. And I like how the light is at the base of the feet, because everything is like growth from the earth and up, right? And 17 equals out to 8, which is infinity, okay? That 8 is a continuation of something. It could be a continuation of something negative, or it could be a continuation of something positive and something that's good for you. So in the book, I'll just read the keywords, okay? Because if you find that, hey, I like this card, then, this is a beautifully done deck, beautiful photos, and the words as well. Okay, so restricted, okay, obstacles, powerless, action, okay. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. My bad. I am looking at the numerology number and not the actual number. Okay. All right, let's start again. Healing, okay? It has forgive, offer, receive, serenity, hope, and inspiration. And I feel like inspiration popped out to me. I'll say the words again. Forgive, offer, receive, serenity, hope, okay, and inspiration. I feel like inspiration is the big word here. Let me see if it has a prayer at the back. It does. Okay, let's talk about, let me talk about inspiration first. Is that what I said? Yeah, inspiration. Inspiration, I feel like a lot of times for us to get out of a bad situation where we are, we have to feel inspired. And that inspiration has to come from someone. It could be someone older than us, our age, or younger, but inspiration can really help someone jump into where they're supposed to be. And it could be a person that you're talking to face to face, or it could be from a show or for something you're watching. Okay, my ears is ringing. Oh, someone must be talking about me. Okay, so inspiration can really make us break our own chains, our own thoughts that hold us back into the is. If the is that present moment of something that we don't like or that is no good for us. And where we are right now, we can grow from that and become a better version of ourselves. And we need inspiration. Maybe we have to go on a vacation somewhere, or go on a road trip and meet someone from a different walk of life or whatever. That just gives us inspiration and remind us of our true essence, who we are, our potential, and who we can become. So at the back, I mean, they have a write-up. They have a write-up here, and then on the other page there's another write-up, and then it gives you some parts of it. Some of them gives you an affirmation and then a traditional tarot archetype. And the archetype for healing is the star card, which is about your inspiration. That was one of them. And hope. It also means hope. Okay. And like your true life purpose. I always like to think of that card as a definition of that. Okay. So the affirmation is, I offer and accept healing in my relationships, and I am at peace. Okay, so whatever relationship you're going to be developing, whether it's for work or your passion, which could be your work or whatever, you might not have the right people around you right now to inspire you, and you have to maybe go to a group. You know, there's so many different groups that are there. Maybe it's hiking, a chanting group, a group that's into the hobbies that you like, a center that people can get together and have hobbies, and they can end up going to conventions together or something fun that you like. There's so many different hobbies that just, it's passion. It's like being an adult but having that playtime for yourself, right? And we need that in our lives. There's always a yin and yang. There's always a balance that's needed. Else there's just chaos, okay? So that we want to create that infinity, that eight, that continual cycle of something that we want in our life that's good for us. So Capricorn, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Happy April, and click like and share, and I'll see you next time. Peace.